Modern day train travel in Europe isn't always that glamorous, with rising passenger numbers causing train companies to cram in higher amounts of less comfortable seats. Well, today I'm going to be travelling on Leo Express, the train company that wants to change that. I'll ride from Prague across Czechia to Ostrava in the comfort of this luxurious premium class armchair. Along the way, I'll show you the complimentary meal service and all features on board this stylish train. So join me as I see if Leo Express really has Europe's best train seat. Hello and welcome back to another video. Today I'm at Praha hl.n in Prague, Czech Republic, and I'm going to be travelling with the private operator Leo Express over to Ostrava. For this journey I'm in the premium class, the highest offering on Leo Express, and I've heard some good things about it. Let's go! Hello from Praha hl.n, Prague's main railway station and a major international hub. I'm running a little late today, so let's head straight inside. In the station, we are met with a modern and rather unique interior, with this 1970s construction being refurbished in 2011. The main entrance hall features a great selection of food outlets to grab snacks or fast food. There are also numerous other shops, such as a massive bookshop and various clothing stores. You'll even find an entrance to the Prague Metro. Right in the centre of this area is a selection of different ticket offices, one for each operator. The main one is for České dráhy, the national operator, though there are also smaller ones for the private companies that run here, of course including Leo Express. So, my train today will be LE1253, the 0900 Leo Express service to Bohumín. As that's in just a few minutes' time, let's head up to the platforms via the historic station building. This spectacular Art Nouveau construction was opened in 1909. It's known as the Fantova Budova, after Josef Fanta, the man responsible for its construction. There's even a small cafe up here, away from the hustle and bustle of the main concourse, so it's definitely worth checking out if you have the time. Praha hl.n has a large train shed covering around half of the tracks. The remaining part of the station is more simplistic, with a basic roof design. Most trains out of the station are operated by České dráhy. As the national operator of the country, they run hundreds of daily trains from here to destinations across the country and abroad. These double-deck commuter trains are also run by České dráhy. Among this, numerous private companies operate frequently to the key cities in the region, such as this RegioJet train to Budapest. But tucked away in one corner of Praha hl.n is platform 1B, which is used by Leo Express. This private company launched its open access rail service in January 2013, and in 2021 the Spanish national operator Renfe took a 50% stake in the business. The long-distance operations of Leo Express are all handled by its fleet of 5 Stadler FLIRT units. These are normally commuter trains, but this fleet has been fitted with a super luxurious interior that I just can't wait to show you. They also ordered some new units from China, and I'll have a video on these trains coming up soon. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss it. Anyway, let's get on board Leo Express and check out my seat. Premium class is located here in the first carriage. At the door, my ticket is checked by a friendly member of staff who directs me to my seat. There are just 6 premium class reclining seats per train, found in a cosy, dimly lit compartment by the cab. My seat is number 3, a rear-facing solo seat. Today's route will see us heading east from Prague and speeding across most of Czechia. We'll reverse at Přerov before heading up to Ostrava. Journey time is scheduled to be 3 hours and 34 minutes, covering 354 kilometres or about 220 miles. We end up leaving Praha hl.n on time at 0900. As we leave behind the city of Prague, we catch one last look over the classic architecture and beauty of this European capital. Down below is the track leading to Praha Masarykovo nádraží, a station for many local commuter trains, helping to take the pressure off of the busy main station. Leo Express proudly proclaims that its trains were the fastest accelerating in the entire country when first introduced, no doubt thanks to the Stadler FLIRT often being used on high-intensity commuter services. And sure enough, as soon as line speeds allow, we are speeding away out of the centre. But this speed doesn't last long as we make a first stop at Praha hl.n. Now I can't wait to show you around this incredible seat, but that will have to wait as my breakfast order was already being taken. While this happened, I was given a bottle of water as a welcome refreshment. Meanwhile, outside we're traversing the S1 line of the Praha commuter railway network, connecting the capital with the town of Kolín. Off in the distance is the Velim test circuit, located here in Cerhenice. This railway laboratory is where many of Europe's most incredible trains started their life on the rails. After just under 40 minutes, we're on the approach to Kolín. This is a place I've changed trains in so many times, but I've never actually visited the town. Is it worth a visit? Let me know in the comments. Just after we leave Kolín, my breakfast is served. Premium class passengers get a different complimentary offer depending on how far they travel, with my journey fitting into the second tier. As it's breakfast time, I went for the krupitsowa kasie z konfitowanymi jabłki ze skorzycy a miediem, or porridge with apple, cinnamon and honey in English. This was served with a white chocolate and raspberry tart, as well as a cup of hot chocolate. I've got to say, this was absolutely delicious and a great way to start off this journey. Well, it's finally time to look at this incredible premium class interior, and of course, let's start with the seat. These seats are adorned in super smart black leather, they really do look the part. There's an incredible amount of padding, this seat was super comfy. Great ergonomic support was also provided, and there's even a massive yet really soft head cushion. The large fixed armrests on either side of the seat were also well padded. One of these featured a control panel, but we'll get to that in just a moment. A table is located in the armrest and can be folded out like this. This was too small for a laptop, but premium class is marketed as a relaxing experience. Passengers who might need to work during the journey are better off in business class. Premium class also has subdued lighting and is marked as a quiet zone, resulting in a chilled atmosphere. On the control panel, you will find a button for the motorised recline. You can also adjust the lumbar support, making the backrest harder and softer, according to your own preference. This support can also be moved up and down, though this is really quite difficult to show on camera. Lastly, this button controls the individual reading light. The seat is absolutely incredible for comfort. It's probably even good enough for sleeping in, which is a good thing, as Leo Express does offer an overnight service to eastern Slovakia on these trains. Though not everything about these seats is perfect, as we'll get to. For now though, we are pulling into Pardubice hlavní nádraží, situated in the country's 10th largest city. Visible here are a few osobní trains operated by České dráhy, these being the most basic of local trains. After here, our top speed drops briefly, as we head into the winding tracks along the river Orlice. This section is probably the scenic highlight of our journey today, with most other sections being flat plains with occasional towns along the way. In the middle of this, we pull into the small town of Ústí nad Orlicí. This is one of Leo Express's newest destinations, with the company stopping there since 2019 to connect with their recently launched local services in the region. Leo Express long-distance trains are fitted with free Wi-Fi, which was easy to connect to. This offered reasonable speeds for surfing the web and messaging. Beside the seat, you can also find a European-style socket for charging your device. There's also a selection of magazines and newspapers to read during the journey. And waiting for you upon boarding, an extensive booklet explaining the onboard experience and catering service. Be aware that this menu changes frequently, and what you see here may not represent the current offer. Though I wasn't tempted by the worms or crickets on the menu. Yuck! After Česká Třebová, we pass through a large railway yard. Here you can see all sorts of locomotives, carriages and units. Many of these are unfortunately abandoned. If you know why, then leave a comment. Most of the remaining journey is carried out at or close to top speed. This is 160 km an hour, currently the maximum speed of any train in the country. Scenery consists mostly of vast green fields, with 45% of Czechia's land area being farmland. Our next station is Olomouc Hlavní nádraží, another one of the country's busy railway junctions, as you can probably tell by the large depot. Now let's go and have a look around the rest of the train. For service, the staff use trolleys like those on a plane, and it looks like they were quite literally bought second-hand from an airline too. Now moving on to business class. This is in a 2+1 seating layout with comfortable reclining seats of a more traditional design. Next up is Economy Plus, and it seems to me that this is identical to business class. Lastly is Economy Class, still very comfortable with 2+2 seating, but a lot cheaper. Luggage space takes the form of these large luggage stacks found throughout the train. There are also small overhead luggage racks above the seats in most of the train. Though premium class does not have room for this, there is a special area for coats so that they don't get creased. Alternatively, regular coat hooks can be found between windows. The windows also feature adjustable blinds, though like on most Stadler trains, these were not very effective at all. As we cross the Bečva River, it's a sign we're approaching the easy-to-pronounce town of Přerov. At Přerov, we have to reverse, with the station being located perpendicular to the nearby main line from Prague to Ostrava, as shown by this map. A train operated by RegioJet pulls in, as our Leo Express pulls out. It certainly is a diverse scene on the Czech railways these days, with numerous private operators and foreign trains on the tracks. Time to look at the toilets. These 5-car trains have 3 modern vacuum toilets, of which one is wheelchair accessible. These were in good condition throughout the journey. The soap dispenser was working fine, as was the water, and a hand dryer was also provided. By the way, throughout the trip, premium class was frequently visited by the staff, ready to take your order for any more complimentary drinks. I had an orange juice, and later on an excellent cup of Sri Lankan tea. But after all these massive positives, let's talk about what I didn't like on Leo Express. These premium class seats were looking pretty tired, with lots of loose stitching and worn away materials. I appreciate this is a very minor detail, but I had also noticed the same when I used Leo Express 5 years ago. Just look at the state of this headrest. Again, this wasn't a massive problem, but it's not what I'd expect from a premium product like this. Before long, we're pulling into one of 2 stations in the city of Ostrava. This is Ostrava Svinov, once a town itself and now a district of Czechia's 3rd largest city. So, how much did this premium class experience cost? I booked just over a month in advance and paid 839 Czech crowns. This is a fantastic deal and incredible value for money when you consider just how luxurious this trip has been, and with a meal included too. Ostrava is a very industrial city, and indeed has a lot of freight transported by rail. Just look at this large locomotive depot of České dráhy cargo. We arrive into Ostrava hlavní nádraží 4 minutes early at 12:30. Overall, this was a great journey with Leo Express. Their premium class is a stylish way to travel, with good prices, friendly staff and tasty food as well. As always, let me know what you thought of Leo Express premium class in the comments, and for a look at the national operator's latest train, the brand new České dráhy Interjet, then click up here now.